Hello guys, give me just a second here. Get this in the phone and get ready. It's gonna get crazy. Let's see, I gotta bring this back out. Just give me just a second here. Just west-northwest of Fort Worth, large severe thunderstorm. Got a big severe storm with a rotating bowl now just along the interstate, and it's parallel just west of Whitefield. This large supercell, it's just north of Weatherford, Texas. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Parker County. Golf ball size hail has been reported with this storm, and it's starting to show more and more signs of rotation now. Coming in, this is west-northwest or west of Fort Worth. It's going to be just north of Weatherford, Texas, along the interstate. Large supercell now, large rotating supercell. My Barron information, Barron radar, Barron data. I've got a 5.0, 5.9 on the tornado threat is rotating, is increasing. It was 3, jumped to 4. I've got 5.9. The tornado threat on the supercell west of Fort Worth is increasing. No tornado warning yet, but the storm is increasing. It looks like probably golf ball, might even be baseball sized hail. It's fluctuating between golf ball and larger, and as we continue, the storm is continuing to increase. Shows 2-inch diameter hail. I've got to continue to have a large hook echo forming now. It's going to be just northeast of Fort Weatherford, northwest of Willow Park. It's straight west of me. You can see the large supercell. The rotation is increasing on the storm, and would not be surprised if we have a tornado warning out of the Fort Worth office in the next couple minutes. This supercell is intensifying both in hail and rotational velocity, and it visually looks extremely impressive. And you can see a bowl, kind of a cut there. There's the full bowl of it right there in front of me. You can see the big rotating bowl there. We're going to stop here, and we're just to the northeast of Willow Park, just north of the interstate, and to the west, southwest of White Settlement, Texas. And you can see the storm is very large now, and kind of in the Yellow Rose RV resort areas where I'm at exactly. And I'm going to stop here, and listen, this is a large damage and severe thunderstorm producing at least golf ball hail. 60-mile-an-hour winds is the warning. But based on radar, it's probably going to be increasing. It is increasing on both on radar velocity and hail. So this storm is showing strong indication. The storm is continuing to intensify as it approaches the west sides and northwest sides of the western suburbs of Fort Worth. This will be an extremely destructive hailstorm. Make no doubt about it. This is going to do major damage. Even if we do not get a tornado, this storm is going to produce a lot of damaging hail in Fort Worth, northwest sides of Fort Worth. And that's the view. And I'm going to stop here, get on the other side of this road here. We're going to stop. We got a great vantage point right now. We're going to stop. We're going to walk here. We're up on a hill. Let me get this a little bit mounted here, a little bit different. We're here at Yellow Rose RV park area. Let me get this here done for you. There you go. Yep. We're just north of Interstate 30, about 3 miles, and this supercell is tracking right toward it. It looks like it's going to go just north of Hudson Oaks, just northeast of Weatherford. It's going to track it's going to go over Lake Weatherford. It's over the Lake Weatherford area now. It's going to run east to Willow Park, and then it's eventually going to run in between just to the west of White Settlement, just to the northwest of 820 and the 30 loop on the northwest side of downtown Fort Worth. It's where the storm is tracking. A large supercell. It is severe, and it continues to show signs of rotation is increasing. At times it'll go up and then come back down. It does have an open hook face echo right now with it, a very strong hook, but it's also it just came off the draw line back west, and it's the cold front's up in southern Oklahoma, southwest Oklahoma. It's entering up by Wichita Falls, so it's away from the cold front, but it's definitely in an area of very warm, moist air, strong inflow into the storm. And again, I'm getting a lot of data coming in here, and I'm looking at the velocity couplets. I'm getting range folding on the couplets because the inflow is increasing quite significantly now, and the inflow looks extremely good now on the southeast flank. It's got an open hook on the southeast flank of it on the radar, but right now it's a gargantuan hailstorm is a base of what it is. And it's the hilltop is, see what the echo's top, 40,000, 45,000. So the storm is slowly intensifying, the hail's increasing, and so is the wind. I show 2.35, just under baseball size hail now with the storm on radar. We'll see what the next warning shows. The hail velocity, the veil density is kind of getting elongated. It's just under 3-inch now. At the main hail core is it went northeast of Weatherford about 5 miles. It's just north of Hudson Oaks. It's just immediately north through northwest of Willow Park. It's going to track right toward just north of White Settlement and Lake Worth, Lakeside. You're in the direct path of an extremely destructive hailstorm. And again, this extremely destructive hailstorm is going to make its way to Lakeside, Lake Worth on the 820 loop on the northwest side of Fort Worth is where this a large supercell is tracking. As you can see, it's just absolutely incredible looking storm. I'm going to let your stuff stay there. And I got rotating fingers. I've got all kinds of finger bands overhead going back northwest in this supercell is what I'm seeing here on my where I'm located. I'm going to go outside here and take a couple of pictures. Well, I've got an opportunity to do that. Boom. Wow, just incredible storm. Look at that rotation. Look how big that thing is. I'm going to go across the street here. The storm is a large supercell. You can hear continuous thunder outside. Back with you here.
Siding, windows, and vehicles. Expects considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings.
Whoa.
Locations impacted include Fort Worth, Weatherford, Benbrook, White Settlement, Hazel, River Oaks, Sansom Park, Lake Worth, Eagle Mountain, Pryor, Pecan Acres, Willow Park, Reno, Aledo, Westworth Village, Hudson Oaks, Pelican Bay, Haslett, Annetta, and Lake Weatherford. A tornado watch remains in effect until 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time for north central Texas. The storm is producing large hail.
Okay, guys, here we go. I'm gonna move. The gargantuan hail is just to the north of me now, northwest. Golf ball and larger. The southeast flank is, I'll show you this. This is this area to the southwest of White Settlement. That's the big area up there. We've got big hail to my northwest here. Here's the big hail core up to my northwest. There's Lake Worth, there's White Settlement. You can see where I'm at. And then I'm also worried about this bowl. I've got a brand new kind of an inflow area of the radar is what's shown on the radar. I've got a brand new bowl now spinning. This is warm, fresh air going into the southeast flank of the storm. And the storm, if it turns right, this is going to be the potential area where we may get a tornado. Nothing yet, but this is a brand new bowl. A brand new bowl is starting to spin up. You can see the vertical horizontal now. I'm getting vertical horizontal vorticity, kind of like you'll see these streamlines. You're seeing these vertical lines now develop on this bowl on the southeast flank. It's telling us they got streamline vorticity. The storm is rotating more now on the southeastern flank. I do have a southeast wind, kind of a south-southeast wind here. It's about 160 going into the southeast flank of the storm. It's looking better and better. You've almost got not quite a funnel yet, but this is the southeast flank of the storm. It's rotating, and the bowl, we got a new bowl forming now on the southeast flank. So I've got a couple areas, appendages now. You got to watch this as it comes into a very populated area. There's kind of a high base, we call it a high base shear funnel. I call it kind of a high elevated shear area up to the northeast there, and right there. You got some RFD, you got some mid-level dryer coming down to our northeast there, cutting into a bowl up there. You can see the dryer coming in. You got to watch that area. Then I've also watched this new area right here, and this new rotation is now developing on the southeast flank of this supercell. So we got two areas of potential rotation that may tornado genesis. We got an RFD to my northwest. You can see the dryer cutting in. You got a little bit of a wall cloud, a little bit of a spin there, just to my northwest. And then I've got this brand new bowl that's now starting to spin on the southeast flank. No tornado warning yet. Watching the storm. It's going to be a prolific hail producer. And based on visual, I can tell you the storm is turning slightly right because the hail now is more to the south of me. So I've got to get back south closer to 820. But watch the storm. If you're in the west-northwest side of Fort Worth, watch the storm closely. You prepare, get your cars inside. Damaging hail. I can tell you the area I'm at right now. These are $1 million plus homes. These are definitely expensive, $1 million plus, $2 million homes, estate properties out here in the country. And this is going to produce a massive amount of damage from the hail. No tornado yet, but golf ball, possibly larger, as this big hailstorm comes in on the northwest side of Fort Worth here, just west of the 820 loop. I'm gonna watch this. Got another high base shear funnel, not a tornado, but just it's a dryer cutting into this bowl up here, and you got these high base shear funnels forming. It's time for me to move. Let's see what happens here.
Therefore, the warning has been canceled. A tornado watch remains in effect until 8 p.m. Central Daylight.
Yeah, the RFD's coming around.
Central Texas.
That's what it's showing on radar. That's exactly what it's doing. I'm gonna go back. Okay, new warning, tennis ball size hail now on this storm. Tennis ball size hail. Okay, there's a brand new MD out for our storm. Brand new just issued from the Storm Prediction Center. This is what they say here. And let's see what they say here. It's going to be an update on this big storm here, this big area of supercells coming in. It's about the tornado watch update. Yep, I already got that. Okay, that's a different deal. I've already got the tornado watch. I don't care about that. There's another MD. I'll get that in a minute here. I'm gonna go back to the east here. So the storm is rapidly approaching. I'm on White Settlement Road. It's coming down either side of White Settlement Road, and it's going to be approaching the western sides of 820 Loop. So if you're the Home Depot, the Super Walmart west of White Settlement, you're going to prepare for golf ball or baseball size hail. That's going to be at White Settlement, just on the western outskirts of the 820 Loop, just north of Interstate 30 and along Interstate 30 now. If you're at the Game On Sports Complex, you got to go to inside. If you're in the Game On Sports Complex, prepare for damaging hail and damaging winds coming both along Interstate and the north side of Interstate 30, as well as the 820 Loop on the western sides of downtown Fort Worth, and just northwest of downtown Fort Worth. And west of downtown Fort Worth, this core is going to basically parallel very close to Interstate 30. It might actually turn right and go either side of Interstate 30. But I can tell you it's definitely coming down, approaching the 820 and 30 interchange is where its basic path is. Okay. I'm seeing something in my rearview mirror. Just stand by. Okay. Got a little bit of a wall cloud back in the northwest flank. We're really close to what the storm is trying to do here. Okay, there comes the bowl, come the couplet. The most strongest circulation right now is just north of El Dorado. It's to the east of Willow Park. The most dangerous part of their circulation is past you. Immediately to the west, west-northwest and west-southwest of White Settlement on the 820-30 loop, west of Fort Worth. Lakeside, you're getting prepared for tennis ball size hail. Lake Worth, you're going to be very close to the most destructive hail as well. Prepare for extremely destructive hail coming into Lakeside as well as Lake Worth area as it's general traction with a big hail core striking. So as it shows the hail's dropped a little bit, it's maybe back down to about 1.5 inches from 2.5 to 3, 2 volume scans back. So the hail core has came down, has weakened slightly. The hail core has weakened slightly on this last update. And I can tell you the storm looks like it's cycling now. It's got an RFD. I do have a pronounced hook back to my southeast. My wind here is southerly. I've got about 160 wind. I'm going to get on the interstate, which is going to be kind of tough here. Do this. See if I want to go down this road here. Yep. See here. Just a minute. Yep. Just a minute.
Continue on White Settlement Road for 2
I'm
miles.
streaming live. No, I got it. I know it's moving. It's cycling. I got you. That's what I'm doing too. Thanks, buddy. So let's see here. Watching this, which way this thing goes. I've had the air off all day, and now it's very warm and humid here. We're in the probably mid 70s and upper 60 dew points. I'm gonna get on Interstate 30. I'm gonna go east toward downtown Fort Worth. I'm gonna try to stay on the southern flank of this storm. Looks like the hail core is gonna be Lakeside, Lake Worth. It's gonna track mainly along and just north of Interstate 30. Couple of severe thunderstorm warnings up in southwest Oklahoma. They did have a tornado, looks like southeast of Lawton earlier, about 1.5 hours, 2 hours ago. No tornadoes on this storm as of yet. It is an extremely large supercell. Does have times rotation associated with it, but nothing is touchdown or anything like that for right now. About to get over to 820.
In a quarter mile, slide right toward White Settlement Road.
Very large.
Slide right toward White Settlement Road, then slide right onto White Settlement
Got
Road.
something going on behind me here. Let me see what's happening now. The storm is changing structure dramatically behind me now. Got a little bit of an
Slide right onto
outflow
White
with
Settlement Road.
kind of a bowl and several things showing up at one time.
Head northeast on Clifford Street toward Western Trade Drive. In a quarter mile, turn right onto Jim Wright Freeway. Jim Wright Freeway, then use the left lane to take the I-820 South ramp.
Brand new warning from Fort Worth National Weather Service. Let's see what they say here. Okay. And let's see, that's probably just a continuation.
Use the left lane to take the I-820 South ramp.
Severe thunderstorm warning from National Weather Service Fort Worth, Eastern Parker, North Central Tarrant
In
County.
1,000 feet, merge onto I-820 South.
Storm Ping-Pong by size hail, moving east at 40, and winds gusting to 60. So Ping-Pong size hail and winds gusting to 40 with the supercell coming in to Fort Worth.
Continue on I-820 South for 1 mile.
See, it's sunny south of the storm. Got a, wow, looks like the storm's did kind of an RFD. I've got a big area of clear area underneath the storm now, immediately west of me. I'm gonna change radars. I'm gonna go to terminal Doppler and see if I can pick up anything unusual off the Dallas Love terminal Doppler. Updates every few seconds here.
In half a mile, take exit 3B for I-30 East toward downtown Fort Worth.
Do have some interesting clouds formation. Got kind of an open thing, so it look like it's kind of rotations maybe collapsed. It's recycling is what it visually looks like.
Take exit 3B.
Again, we go east here. I'm gonna stop on this loop here. See if I can look west here.
Continue on I-30 East for 7 miles.
Something going on just west of here. Looks kind of suspicious. Maybe just be rotating dust and kick up some rain and the RFD. Yeah, just rotating dust coming in with the storm on this kind of what couplet was. Tornado, just some outflow winds from the south